Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. So today we are going to do a little bit of a different kind of video. Everybody is at home. I hope you guys are staying healthy, staying inside, and staying sane. And I was asked if I would do a kind of Q&A session. I had put up some questions on my community tab. And so what I thought I would do is get through some of those questions, and then this might be a two-parter because, you know, I like to chat a little bit. So anyways, if you guys are interested in learning a little bit more about myself as well as answering the questions that many of you have asked, then let's go ahead and dive in. Okay guys, so first question I got is regarding my dog. So first question I got was telling you guys a little bit about my true love. This is my monster. Her name is Satchmo, and she is a mix, a Havanese and a Coton de Tulare mix dog. And although she is kind of naughty, it is not her fault. It is because I'm a bad owner and have trouble with the follow through with training. But anyway, she's acting kind of good at the moment. The mail has been delivered and she is just my sweetheart. She has gotten me through a lot of difficult situations in the past few years. So I'm very thankful for this little nugget here. So her name Satchmo is basically, my husband is from New Orleans, and so our other dog, you guys have not met Gumbo. He is my 13-year-old Labradoodle, older guy, and he is named Gumbo after New Orleans, and then Satchmo is of course named after Louis Armstrong, jazz player. So a little nod to New Orleans with our dogs. If we get another dog, that would not be anytime soon, we would name it Beignet. That's the next name of choice. Then I got a funny question from John Bond, and he said, have I seen or met Tanya Harding? And guess what? No, I do live in Oregon, but I have never met her. I'm not exactly sure what part of Oregon she lives in, but I did watch the movie. I thought it was really good, but I have never met Tanya Harding. I'll keep you posted on star sighting. So the next question is from M. Wall, who's been a longtime subscriber. I hope you are doing well. And she is saying, are you still going to the supermarkets? She said, I'm so nervous to go into the stores at this point. I have enough supplies for 2 weeks, but then what? And how are you going to keep your hair up with the current events? Now, I'm going to be very honest. I'm worried. Yes, I'm worried about the hair situation. I did get into the hair salon before they got shut down here, before we were in a shelter in place. But what I have noticed is I've been a wee bit stressed out over this, and my gray is sprouting out even quicker. So my hairdresser had recommended that I purchase this little Kevin Murphy. This is the Retouch Me, and I'm in, let's see, light brown. So she just said, you know what, to you guys, I haven't done my own hair in years. Ever since I went blonde, I have not done my own hair. So I am very much gray, and I get it, of course, right through my part. You'll see it sprout out right here, but then it's funny because the rest of my hair in the back is still kind of a dark shade. So it's just hilarious because I'm actually one, I think gray hair looks cool, but mine is not growing out all gray. It is like basically basically right through here, and then the rest of my head is not getting gray. So kind of a weird option. So I'm gonna try to use this little Touch Me, hoping that we can get back into the salons. But to be honest, you guys, I think it is going to be a longer bit of time. So we're gonna have to figure that out. I think that my hairdresser might be putting together kits of like root touch-ups to try to do, but this is going to be an interesting time, and you guys will get to see it all on video. We'll be able to see, you know, how gray I get, all of that kind of stuff. But in the meantime, I'm gonna just have some kind of sooty kind of roots here, and hoping for the best. As far as going to the grocery store, I have to be honest, it's really freaking me out, and kind of a sad thing, because you guys, I am a complete foodie. I go to the grocery store just for fun. This is in the past, but I literally, I live close to the grocery store and 15 blocks from Whole Foods. And since I work from home, that was always sort of my daily trip. I kind of tried to base my kind of shopping on a more European model, just picking up what I needed per day rather than buying big amounts of food at once. So that has completely changed, and I laugh. I wish that I was like the prep queen. I'm definitely posting up recipes on my Instagram, you guys, of healthy things. So if you are new to my channel, you guys, I am a holistic health coach. I have been doing seasonal detoxes for the past 7 years. So I do an online program. It's just clean eating at its best, but essentially that is what I'm trying to keep up with during this stressful time. And I have been posting some healthier kind of recipes on my Instagram account. So it's Abby Bliss White. So hop on over there, follow me. I will be posting things. Now, I have been asked if I'm going to be doing a spring detox. I will hope to do one, but again, you guys, with people having trouble buying certain groceries and stuff, I'm not sure it is a good time. I know that many people are struggling with overeating and stress eating at home, so I will be trying to help with some tips and tricks, but doing a group kind of detox program might be a little bit more difficult at the moment. So that's kind of been put on the fence for now. But of course, I will let you know if I decide to launch something like that. So hopefully it will be sooner rather than later. But just at the moment, guys, we're all getting used to our new normal. So as far as going to the grocery store, we have been splitting up the responsibility. So I will go one time and then my husband will go the next time. So just trying to keep limited. I am wearing gloves. I am wearing a mask or a scarf, mouth area. And I don't really care if I look crazy. I just feel like I'd rather be safe than sorry. And again, since it is something that even if I didn't know that I had it, I would hate to be responsible for giving it to somebody. So to me, that just makes sense. Just protection either way. So I'm just kind of being very cautious, washing my hands, taking hand sanitizer, wearing gloves. That is what we're doing so far. Okay, next is a fun question from Jennifer Comparado, and she said a couple fun questions for me. She said, if you were on a desert island and were only allowed to take 5 makeup products or skincare products, what would you bring? And I actually had to think about this, you guys, because some of this has a little bit of skincare in there because I would be worried about that. So I picked out basically, you guys, my tried and true. I said I would go ahead and bring my lotion P50 1970 and use that as my liquid exfoliant, trying to keep my skin intact. And then I would bring my Glow Skin Beauty, my Solar Shade SPF 50. Of course, I'm gonna need that, but that's gonna be like my biggest protectant here. So going to be doing that. And then as much as I love foundation, you guys, I was kind of like, am I just gonna skip that? Because when I kind of look at my face and stuff, I love foundation, but ultimately, I need to put my eyeballs on every day. So I probably would bring mascara and an eyeliner. So you guys can probably guess what those are. It's gonna have to be one of my Chanel Stilo U to help define my eyes. Let's go ahead and pick purple chalk because you know that's my favorite. But I would bring one of those. And then I would, my favorite mascara, which is from Chantecaille. This is the Faux Cils Longest Lash Mascara. I would bring this because this also is going to help boost and help build my lashes. So at least I will have my eyeballs on while I am stranded. So we're gonna take care of my skin. We're gonna have my eyeballs on. Then I would probably want a lip product, something to protect my lips. And for fun, I brought down one of my favorite Chanel little lip balms. This one happens to be in Intense. But you guys, these are just super moisturizing. And then a little bit of Chanel will always remind me of my mom. So if I'm stranded on a desert island, at least I've got a little bit of a memento of my mom who's going to be giving me strength. Okay, next question she asked is, what is the most expensive product you've purchased and was it worth it? And I'm going to tell you, I purchased the La Prairie. This is the Skin Caviar Concealer Foundation. And is it worth it? So right now, I believe this is $230. I think when I bought it, it was still like $200. Not that that's cheap. But the question is this worth it? Now, I will tell you, when I wear this foundation, I always get compliments on my skin. There is something kind of magical in this formulation that will smooth out your skin. It just tends to give me a really healthy glow. It is a beautiful foundation. It does have fragrance that my skin is not super keen on, so I cannot wear this all the time. So it's lasting me a while because I only tend to use this I go through phases of using this, but I have quite a lot left. So no, I don't go and tout this as the be-all end-all. I have tons of other really nice foundations that will do the same thing. I don't regret getting this because this was one where I had wanted it for years and years, and once I started doing YouTube, I sort of had the impetus to say, let me go ahead and try this because it kept on getting more and more expensive throughout the years. And so I went ahead and gave this a try. So many people love this. Mel Thompson, just all these people on YouTube just think it's amazing. So I had to get it out of my system. So I don't know about you guys, but sometimes after hearing about certain products for a long time, I will finally dive in and decide for myself. So this is probably the most expensive, I believe, makeup I have purchased, and I don't regret it, but I'm not gonna go out there and tell anybody that they need to go and purchase this. Then she's asking me, what is the best low-cost product that you've purchased? And you guys, before I had lash extensions and kind of messed up my lashes, that's when I kind of got hooked on that expensive Chantecaille mascara. Previous to that, I've always been a drugstore mascara girl. There are so many great drugstore mascaras, and I still have many in my repertoire, but I always am going to go back to L'Oreal Voluminous Black Carbon Mascara. I still love that mascara, and they keep on coming out with more and more great drugstore mascaras, so can't go wrong there. And again, the reason I like that Chantecaille is that I truly feel like it helps grow my lashes back after I did a number with them with lash extensions. So that's when I got hooked on that. But you guys, I still love a good drugstore mascara. Okay, are you binging on any TV series while at home? So I was laughing, you guys. The big joke in my family is at some point my husband wants to move back to the South. So we had play a game of which cities we would move to. And recently Nashville has been on the radar. So we have been watching the series Nashville, or I should say mostly me. It is just a complete over-the-top soap opera, completely loving it. And I have to say it's perfect for right now when you just need to numb out and get away from the news, and it's just a really good drama. So love Nashville, think that's hilarious. previous to that, we had been watching Southern Charm. Again, that's like a stupid reality TV show. So funny, but I always just love watching that for the B-roll of the city of Charleston, since it is so pretty. My husband and I also really loved the Kaminsky Method. We completely binged on that. Such a funny and good show. So I would love to know what you guys are watching. I love to just I love humor, I love dramas, I love true stories. So any of those kind of things, send your recommendations my way. Definitely have extra time to be watching some good tube. Also think that it's an important time to kind of numb out a little bit. Okay, this is from 12 Pretty Things. She's asking me what my favorite toner is. And yep, this is not a commercial for Biologique Recherche, but I love my lotion P50V 1970 version. You guys, this is just my favorite toner. I've used it for many years. This is the medium strength one. My skin can't tolerate the original. It's too strong. So this is the medium one. It's got some vitamins in it. I find that it's a little bit firming for my skin. I do get the 1970 version. It's got a touch of phenol in it. Now that's a controversial kind of ingredient that some people think's horrible for your skin and others don't. There's a touch in here and it's just very invigorating. I feel like my skin gets to go to the gym. And it just kind of keeps it a little bit firmed up. And so yes, this would be my favorite toner forever. I left when this whole thing came up. I thought, you know what, if everything's shutting down, I better go ahead and get a few of my Biologique Recherche favorites, because I don't know when I'll be able to, so I have to order mine, and this was one of the first things I ordered. This is a great question, and this is from Anne Doucette. Absolutely love you, and I hope you're doing well. She said, how do you manage the number of new products that hit the market? Like criteria for selecting products to try, and any brands that you believe are consistent in quality and offer products that are creative and distinguishable from previous products offered by the brand, or not variations on the theme. So in general, you guys, I am a bit of a makeup junkie. I absolutely love doing YouTube, but I just get amazed at a lot of YouTubers who are, they literally buy every single launch. I think that is amazing, and I am going to probably be a little bit more edited than that. I've got to actually be intrigued by a product to actually purchase it, to give it a try. So just know that if it isn't intriguing to me, or it's not something I think I'm gonna ever use, then I'm gonna have to pass on that. I do have some brands. Obviously I love Luxe makeup. I do have some favorites, and one of them is Chantecaille. So I feel like that is actually a kind of feel-good kind of makeup where they are going to be giving back a portion of their proceeds to philanthropy kind of organizations, and specifically towards animals, safety, and sanctuaries and stuff like that. I do also think they do a beautiful job with their makeup products. I'm usually not disappointed in them. It's kind of few and far between when I'm disappointed in anything from Chantecaille. They also don't tend to put fragrance in their products, so that's a plus for me because I can have fussy skin. So that's one brand that I always kind of get excited about their launches. Then of course we've got to bring up Chanel, and Chanel does include fragrance in this, and for me this is more of a keepsake. My mom was a Chanel lady and she passed away this past September, so there's always a part of me that when I am wearing Chanel products, it reminds me of her. I feel like it's something that I'm always going to kind of have in my repertoire. No, I wish they didn't have fragrance and everything, but there's certain scents that I love that just remind me of her. So in the past almost 2 years, you guys, I have been buying more and more Chanel. I feel like they've been hitting it out of the park. Lucia Pica is just kind of an amazing artist, and I think that bringing her on board as the global makeup artist for Chanel has been spot on. And I love like her textures and the themes behind all of their kind of launches. So really been enjoying Chanel. And honestly, is I wish they wouldn't include fragrance in everything. I feel like they could do really well with sort of a sensitive line for us that have fussier skin. I know for some that would take away the luxury feeling of the brand, because Chanel really is a parfum house first and foremost. And so that's thus the reason they're going to include that in their products. So I enjoy that brand for a couple different reasons, but honestly, it really goes back to I enjoy buying it because it reminds me of my mom. Okay, Tom Ford. You guys, I am a Tom Ford lover. Tom Ford products, for the most part, have always been spot on for me. Now, they have been sold to Estee Lauder, and I have noticed that there has been kind of a shift in some of their products. So that is something that kind of bums me out a little bit. In general, I tend to like the Tom Ford products, but knowing up straight, you guys, that those I'm paying more for the brand. And before, their eyeshadows and stuff were always spot on. I am not someone who likes to buy a bunch of palettes. I tend to like to buy quads, and they were always worth it to me because I would just use those specific quads from Tom Ford. Those were like my few of them. I just had a few and I would just use them over and over. So totally worth the money for me. But there has been some hits and misses, especially recently with some of their launches. So a brand that I like, and I can't wait for the new face palettes to show up. What about you guys? I'm hoping soon. Hourglass is another one that I think is very consistent. I think that one thing I like about that brand is that they're not constantly doing launches, but when they do, they are usually spot on. So really enjoy that. Charlotte Tilbury, I have always been a fan. I go through phases with that because some things when I'm buying them kind of seem similar to something that I purchased previously. So, but I still think that she has many great products, and I love that brand as well. Another brand that I think is spot on is Clé de Peau. They have some beautiful kind of standout products. They are not the type that I'm going to be buying every single launch, but I definitely have key pieces that I really enjoy from that brand. And then again, you guys, there's some good like clean beauty brands that I really enjoy, like Gucci Westman Atelier. That's one of my favorites. Kira Weiss is another one. Fit Glow Beauty. So again, kind of like diverge between that clean beauty as well as that luxe. I like a little bit of everything. Ultimately, you guys, I'm trying to keep my channel a little bit more edited. I do get intrigued, just like you, by all the launches, but I also get overwhelmed by having so much makeup because I really like to enjoy my products. And so I'm actually really enjoying a little bit of this time here during COVID-19, is that we're actually kind of forced to stay home and use what we have. I'm really thinking through purchases. Right now, I'm not just buying things to buy so that I can create a video. I've been trying to get outside my comfort zone more so since being on YouTube. You guys have taught me so much. But in general, you guys, my channel will probably be a little bit more of a curated, edited kind of channel. Okay, you guys, Suzanne Creole, I hope I said your last name correctly. She said, how do you store your makeup? I tend to like what you like and buy everything. and she's like feeling like she's hoarding on makeup. So you guys, I have the classic like IKEA, I think it's the Alexa. I have 2 different kind of makeup drawers, but the reason why I have never done a kind of storage kind of video with you guys is that I am not the most organized person in the world. I have a lot of other strengths, I tell my husband, but being organized is not necessarily one of them. And so when I do this, you guys, my bedroom upstairs is not a great place to film. The lighting is a little bit off. I have deep navy blue walls in my bedroom. So I have my makeup upstairs, and then I bring down to my downstairs. I'm filming between 2 windows, trying to get as much light from the natural light coming in, and then I have a ring light. And so I tend to bring makeup down in some of like little boxes, usually little Chanel boxes here. But then I try to take it up and put it back into the drawers. So one of the things that we are going to be doing during this COVID-19 is I will be paying, but my daughter's gonna help me go through, weed out all of the makeup. We're gonna organize it into drawers like of certain brands. And you know, once it gets all beautiful, you guys, I will give you a little makeup kind of organization, like how we created it. But this is going to take a bit of time. But in general, so I have got just a couple different areas, but it is not organized. And so let me work on that. And so we will get that together and I will show you that.